Hey, what's going on? It's Dr. Gonzo Boogie here again, back for another DVD and VHS update. And it's actually been a good 2 to 3 weeks since my last update video, so I have a pretty good amount of stuff to show you guys. I have a good stack of DVDs and a few tapes too. And this is going to be just a horror update. I don't have any non-horror movies to show in this video. So I'm just going to get going here. And first off, I picked up another one of these awesome Elvira Movie Macabre 2-packs. And this is just, these are 2-packs of a show Elvira did in the 80s called Movie Macabre, which is probably her most well-known show since it ran through most of the 80s. And it was where she just did her little reviews and such, where she basically hosted the movie, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. And I'm sure a lot of people have seen Elvira host a movie before, so I don't think I have to explain too much. But these packs are just awesome. Elvira is just awesome, and the movies on these are always decent to watch. Most of the time they're B movies that aren't that good, but they're still kind of fun to watch. So this is actually a really nice 2-pack, and this is one of the last ones I needed. There's actually 6 of these that Shout Factory put out, and I have 5 now. And the only one I'm missing comes with like Frankenstein's Castle of Freaks or something like that. So I'm on the hunt for that one right now, but that one doesn't go for too much. But this one, it was actually the most expensive one in the series. For some reason now on Amazon and eBay, I've seen this 2-pack go for like $20 to $30 new and $10 to $15 used, even though I have seen it go cheaper than that, but that was the average last time I looked. So I was really glad to find this one at FYE brand new for $4. So this was a really good deal. And another cool thing about this pack was it actually came with an insert. All the other 4 that I have didn't have an insert. So I'll just show you guys that real quick. So you know me, you know I love inserts. And it came with this really nice little insert with Elvira, looking great as always, with a little, fake autograph from her that says "Yours cruelly, Elvira." And then on the back they actually show the 6 packs. So the only one I'm missing is that one right there. Right there. So, pretty cool. These Elvira packs are awesome. I love to watch these. I've actually been watching these a real lot lately. They're just a lot of fun. So, I would highly recommend these for anybody who likes to watch stuff like that. And then next up, I actually have a good chunk of DVDs that are actually additions to some of my franchises that I have, horror movie franchises. And first off, I picked up Nightmare on Elm Street 4. So now I actually have all of the Nightmare on Elm Street films on DVD. And this isn't the first time I've had them all on DVD. I used to have the box set, but for one reason or another I sold that. And so since then I've been trying to rebuy them back in these Warner Brothers snap cases like these that you see some of these New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers releases in. And I could not find Nightmare on Elm Street 4 in a case like this. I had bought the whole series in these snap cases like this, and for the past 2 years almost, I have not been able to find Nightmare on Elm Street 4 in one of these cases. And I didn't want to order it off the computer and get one of the re-releases in like a regular DVD case. So I was just waiting to find it in a store, and finally there's a Kmart around the area that I live in that's actually closing, so they were selling DVDs there for like $3 each, and $5 bin DVDs that were on sale, so they're only like $3.50 each. And they actually had this Nightmare on Elm Street 4 in the snap case, brand new. So it's probably one of the coolest finds in a while, just because this was something that I was really looking for. So really cool to finally have the whole Nightmare on Elm Street series on DVD again. I'm definitely going to start up a marathon pretty soon and watch all of them. Alright, next up, I added on to my Hellraiser collection and picked up Hellseeker. And I think this is like the 5th or 6th in the series. I'm actually trying to get the whole series right now, and I'm missing the 4th one, I think, to have the first 6. If this is the 6th one, I can't remember, and on the back it doesn't say right now. But this is pretty cool. I'm actually not sure if I've ever seen this one, because I used to have a pack that had some of the Hellraiser sequels on it, and I can't remember if it had this one or not. So I might have seen this, but I can't remember. But this is Hellseeker. This is a really nice DVD. I actually bought this brand new at FYE, and it was in a, just a really nice packaging design on this, I actually think. Came with an insert and everything, so just really happy to get some more of the Hellraiser films. And I really like these editions, the widescreen dimension video editions and everything. I just think they look nice on the shelf too. Alright, next up I picked up Night of the Demons 2, which I've never seen. But I was actually watching some movie recently. I think it was Scanners 3 or something like that. One of the Scanners sequels I was watching on VHS, and they had a trailer for this movie at the beginning of it, and I was like, I should buy that. So I remembered seeing it at the FYE. So last time I was there, I picked this one up. So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this because I'm a huge fan of the first Night of the Demons film. Just a really great 80s fun horror movie. Has that like Return to Living Dead vibe to it. And it's also just one of the best horror movies to watch on Halloween. So just a really good movie. So looking forward to checking this one out. Probably gonna, pop this one in the DVD player in the next week or two. And then I picked up Return to Sleepaway Camp, which is the newest installment in the Sleepaway Camp series. And I've never seen this, but I saw a review on this from the Cinema Snob, I think. And he made it look pretty bad. He made it seem like it was a pretty bad movie, but I figured I would give it a shot myself because I really like the first Sleepaway Camp movie, and I've seen the sequels before, but it's been a really long time, and I can't find them for good prices right now because they're Anchor Bays and they're out of print, so they go for, pretty good prices on Amazon and eBay. And I saw this one at FYE brand new for like $3-4. So I was like, I'll give it a shot for $3-4. So I'm usually not really big into buying newer horror movies on DVD, especially ones that are, like I would say shitty sequels like this. But like I said, I figured I'd give it a shot for myself, see what I thought about it. I know it has the same actress from the original film, so, check this one out for myself. And then last for the additions to my franchises is George A. Romero's Diary of the Dead. And when this first came out, I saw this with my dad, and I remember not really liking it at all. And I still don't think I really like this movie, but I figured I'd pick it up again just for the collection. This one was actually at the Kmart that was closing down, so they had this brand new for like $3.50. So I figured for $3.50 brand new, why not just pick this up? So now I need to get Land of the Dead, which came out before this, and then I think Survival of the Dead, which is the one that came out after this. But around the time these movies came out, there's just so many zombie movies that basically I couldn't even like distinguish these ones from Romero, like out of all the other ones that were coming out at the time. So I just, I've never been a big fan of Romero's newer zombie films, but I figured I'd give them also another chance and watch them over again. And this is the one that looks like it's supposed to be like a real footage, like Cloverfield, Blair Witch style. And from what I remember, Romero really failed in doing that. He like added, soundtrack and music cues, and he like put a reason in the movie for doing that. Like the main character said she was just doing that, like adding the music in for just like effects. But it just made her seem kind of like she didn't really care about her friends who are dying in the video. So almost everything about this movie I remember being iffy about, but like I said, I'll give this one more shot, see what I think. And anyways, I just wanted it for the Romero collection. He's one of my favorite horror directors, so I figured eventually I would pick up all his zombie films. And next up is actually Willard, which stars Crispin Glover, who is my favorite actor of all time. He's just such a cool, unique guy. Just one of the coolest actors I think around. And this is one of his movies that came out in the early 2000s, if I remember. And I remember when this came out, this was like a big deal. I remember it being really popular, seeing posters and commercials for it everywhere. But I actually have never seen this, so I'm looking forward to watching this for the first time. And Crispin Glover is just awesome. He stars in this, so looking forward to this for sure. If any of you guys have seen this movie, definitely tell me what you think, because from the most part I've just heard good things about this, so really looking forward to checking this one out. Again, Crispin Glover. Willard. And then next up here is actually an exploitation film. This is one of the women in prison exploitation films, which I've never seen a lot of. I can't say I'm really big into exploitation films like that, but I figured I'll give this one a shot. This one's called Woman in Fury, the Brazilian jungle's wildest creatures. That sounds interesting right there. And I actually picked this up because they had it brand new at FYE for like $3, and it looked interesting enough. It's from Shriek Show and everything. Just one of those jungle prison movies with some hot Brazilian chicks in it. So I figured, why not give this one a shot. I've actually seen a lot of reviews on movies like this, but I've not actually seen a lot of them myself. So interested to see kind of what it's all about. I'm guessing it's kind of just around that same type of movie as all those like exploitation movies, like the rape revenge ones and everything. So I figure it's probably just like one of those basically. Alright, and then last for the DVDs here is a budget 4-pack of horror movies that I picked up at FYE for a couple dollars. And I picked this one up because it has a movie called Dominique is Dead, which actually has the actress from American Werewolf in London in it. I forget her name, but I always wanted to check out that movie. It's a late 70s like horror movie she was in. Dominique is Dead, and this is a pack called Ghost Stories, and it's just one of these really cheap budget packs you find sometimes. And I just thought the 4 films it had on it were a little bit different than I normally see, just like Dominique is Dead. And then I had Death at Love House, which I've never heard about, but I guess John Carradine is in there somewhere doing something. And then Invisible Ghost with Bela Lugosi, which is one of those public domain horror movies. I can't remember if I've seen it or not. And then Carnival of Souls, which I have seen. It's just probably been like 6-7 years since I've seen that. So, I thought this was a pretty interesting 4-pack. I like these budget packs when they're in bigger cases like this. And it's a 2-disc set with double-sided discs. So these are the type of budget packs I like to buy. And since I had a couple movies that I was interested in, I figured I think it was like $2-3. I thought it was a good deal. Alright, and that was it for the DVDs. Next up here I have a small stack of VHS tapes. And first off, I'll show the highlight of my finds over the past couple weeks, which I found David Cronenberg's film Naked Lunch on VHS. This tape is actually not in the best condition, so I'm definitely looking to upgrade this eventually to a DVD or a better VHS copy, because I actually don't have this on DVD right now. And David Cronenberg is one of my favorite directors. It's just the criterion of this movie goes for a pretty good amount of money. It's not real expensive, but it's just that price where I haven't thrown down the money to get it yet. So I saw this at a thrift store for like $1, so I picked it up instantly. I was really excited about this too. I've yet to watch it since I bought this, but I've actually seen this movie before on TV. It was on like the Fox movie channel probably like a year ago, maybe even less than that, and I checked it out then, but I didn't watch the whole thing. So I've always wanted to see this whole movie, especially on like a tape or DVD. So I was really happy to find this. Like I said, I wish it could have been in a little bit better condition, but other than that, I still think it's a really nice, cool looking tape. Naked Lunch, David Cronenberg. And then I picked up this pretty cool Hellraiser VHS 2-pack. I've seen packs like this a lot, and I would say these are kind of budgety, and most of the time the actual tapes don't work because they're these like really small. Like if you see the film in there, it doesn't take up much of the space of the actual VHS, and a lot of times that means it was like cheaper. So a lot of times tapes like this don't work really good after a while, but you never know. So I figured for $1 on this it was worth a shot. But it comes with Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2 Hellbound, and I actually don't have any of the Hellraiser films on tape, so I figured this would be a good way to just get some of the Hellraiser films on tape out of the way. And the cover for this is okay, just another variation on the original movie poster, which if you've seen Hellraiser releases on DVD and VHS, you've seen this picture a lot, but I love it. It's probably one of the best movie posters for the series. And you know, the side is just basic like that. I would say the artwork is almost cheap. You can't really tell from my webcam, but it's like the picture is almost blurry. It's not a very clear picture, but other than that, it's a pretty good set. Thought it was a pretty good deal, 2 tapes for $1, you know. And then last for the update and last for the tapes is I actually picked up Michael Jackson's Thriller on VHS. And there's a couple reasons I picked this up. I like the song Thriller from Michael Jackson. I also love the video. I think it's one of the best music videos ever made, and there's a ton of people who also think that way too. And this is really the only thing Michael Jackson that ever got my interest, just because it was, you know, horror related. But this is pretty cool. And another reason that I really like the video from Michael Jackson's Thriller, it was directed by John Landis, who is one of my favorite directors in his film American Werewolf in London. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it was actually that movie, like, Michael Jackson saw American Werewolf in London, and it was for that reason that he chose John Landis to direct this video. So it's just one of the best horror movies ever, American Werewolf. And John Landis actually made this around the same time, I think either the same year or the year or two after American Werewolf came out. So I've actually always wanted to pick this up on tape for my John Landis collection, just because you can't get this separate on DVD. You can only get it in, like, Michael Jackson music video packs, and I'm not really looking to add anything like that to my collection. So I was always just looking for this tape, so I was really happy to find this at a thrift store for like $1. It comes with a couple other things, like it comes with the making of Thriller, which I'm looking forward to seeing, because it probably has John Landis and Rick Baker on the set for that. And you know, just a couple other things. So that's pretty cool. So I was happy to actually find this tape, Michael Jackson's Thriller. So that was the update for this week. Hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up or leave a comment, and thanks for watching.